We're talking boy shit today. No girls allowed.
Yeah, get out 1% female
Get out
audience.
1% females of the audience. It's time for the dudes to play.
And we're talking stick dudes.
We're talking the frickin' stick dudes, dude. I'm talking about that beautiful, beautiful window of the internet. Mid-90s to mid-2000s. About a decade-long window where stick figure content absolutely dominated the frickin' Netscape, dude. Boys were like into stick figures. Like it was a thing.
I know, right? Yeah. Watching them fight,
Yes.
kill each other.
Kill themselves.
Yeah.
Torture, maim, dismember in the most brutal ways possible. This is because specifically in 1996, Macromedia releases Flash, right? An animation software that basically turns the internet on its head. Macromedia Flash gave access to animation to such a wider group of people. And we entered this kind of like new creative renaissance on the internet where you're getting all of these amateur animators now starting to put out content onto the internet on websites like Newgrounds and others. And because they're all amateur animators that are using animation software for the first time, none of them really know how to illustrate to a high level. So everyone's drawing stick figures.
Exactly.
Because everyone's an amateur. And out of this comes this genre of stick content.
We basically went full circle on cave paintings. It's the simplest representation of the human form, universally understood by all cultures.
10,000 BC, guy kills a buffalo, he wants to capture the moment, he draws a stick figure. 2000 AD, guy gets Macromedia Flash, he draws a stick figure. Exactly. I mean, like you could study that shit. Disney, fuck off. DreamWorks, fuck off. I was not watching Monsters Frickin' Inc., dude.
Yeah.
I was watching Xiao Xiao, the Shock series, Animator versus Animation, Fancy Pants, dude. It was this kind of content, this birth of amateur animation and content on the internet that was starting to pull the attention of children away from mainstream entertainment like Disney and DreamWorks to the computer screen.
That's like one of the first times you can really see that happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
The very first stick figure animations in the late 90s and early 2000s were extremely gory. They were really oriented around torture, suicide, some of the most explicit graphic themes you can really think of.
I think that's a huge part too, because the stick figure animation phenomenon really got its rise on some really fringe websites in the mid-90s. Stickdeath.com, Stick Figure Death Theater, Stick Page, which were these websites that were committed to only posting stick figure animated content. And at that time, it was incredibly depraved. Like, it was not highbrow content by any means. Later on, we get a little bit more tasteful stuff, but in the mid to late 90s, everything was how violent could you be? How offensive could you be? So much of the content was strangely coded with like post 9/11 angst as well, and like anger about the Iraq War.
A great deal of that.
Yeah, like there was a lot of like political and heavily anti-social themes. It's about like going on killing sprees and hurting people. It was actually quite dark stuff.
Yeah, and that's what the emphasis was on. Shock factor, or how sick and twisted can I make this funny animation, and less about really expressing yourself as like an animator or building a specific animation style or something like that.
But the cool thing is the genre did start to actually take shape through the 2000s, and it did start to level out a bit more. And I think we see this first with the animator Zhu. There was a Chinese animator by the name of Zhu who started posting on Newgrounds in 2001. And he's posting these martial arts videos of stick figures fighting each other. It's still violent, but you can tell there's genuine passion in his animation and genuine skill in his animation.
He really raised the bar on like quality and effort that a stick figure video might demand.
Absolutely.
You know? And also, he's one of the first people that really came through with a distinct style. You see it and you go, oh, that's a Xiao Xiao video right there.
Yeah.
He just breathed so much life into the art form.
He raised the bar to where people were like, oh, we can step this up to be an actual art form. It doesn't have to just be a depraved, lowbrow shitpost.
There was still a level of like, how badass can I make this?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But also that there was real artistry and some real talent going on.
Yeah. So the Zhu's Xiao Xiao series basically creates an entire genre within stick content. It's kind of loosely known as stick fu. Stick fu is essentially stick figures doing kung fu, beating the shit out of each other with like complex martial arts and choreography. And there was loose story to the animations. The series would progress. So you start to see a lot of Xiao Zhao-esque series spawning on the internet. They're something that can catch the attention of children very easily.
No longer just edgelord content.
Exactly. Make no mistake. There was still a ridiculous amount of like hyper violent and depraved stick figure content on the internet. Stick torture games.
Oh yeah.
Where you would literally play mini games torturing stick figures.
Those were a mainstay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Stick sniping games, find your targets and blow their heads off, and very hyper violent stuff that I definitely should not have been playing at 7 years old. Stick RPG though, that is an absolute classic.
Yeah.
I have so many memories playing that game, and it put me on to so many adult themes that I did not understand as a kid. I would play these games and really think I was getting blackpilled. I would be like, this is what the real world is
exactly. Like your first quest in Stick RPG is to give that guy like a pack of cigarettes. Yeah. And you're like, oh my god, I'm doing like drug deals in the streets? Is this what being an adult is like?
Yeah. You give a guy cigarettes, he gives you a skateboard.
You ride the skateboard to the local corporate office to get a job, and then your life just goes from there.
There were a lot of games that weren't exactly based around stick figures, but were based around such simple characters that they might as well have fit into the stick figure genre.
Exactly.
Like Interactive Buddy is a classic one.
If you're gonna mention that, you gotta mention like the Madness Combat series.
Yes.
Which is heavily stick adjacent and has seen major success.
Yeah. As that stick figure content was really taking shape throughout the 2000s, there was still a ton of that violent content. But things also leveled out. There were a lot more family-friendly games. Fancy Pants was a phenomenal and iconic stick figure platformer from the mid-2000s. Henry Stickmin, a great point-and-click adventure game that has seen huge amounts of success and has had multiple sequels. Stick figure content had evolved to become like palatable enough to be almost mainstream. We actually start to see companies picking up on this like stick figure trend. In the early 2000s, Nike launched a brand new ad campaign, and the mascot was like a CGI stick figure that like played basketball, and he was like doing like freestyle competitions with like Ronaldinho. And that was not a coincidence. That was Nike seeing the trends that were forming online and becoming more mainstream and capitalizing on that.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Another company that also capitalized on the stick figure trend was Push Pop. They also, for a time, had a stick figure character as a mascot. Push Pops are a candy. Those are marketed to children. Again, that was another company seeing the trend of stick figure content online and being like, let's use a stick figure as our mascot. It's easily translatable. It's simple. The kids seem to love it for whatever reason. I don't understand why. When I saw that as a kid, I was like, that's the guy. I've seen him on the internet. Oh my god, yes. There was another one. There was a toy that was released by Mattel that had like a 2-year shelf life in the mid-2000s called Cube World. It was these magnetic cubes that you could stick together, and in each cube was a stick figure character. And if you connected the cubes together, the stick figures could go into each other's cubes and like do like shenanigans.
They had like unique interactions with different characters.
And again, the reason kids wanted that was because it was based around stick figures again. What began on like the most fringe corners of the internet with some of the most depraved content imaginable eventually became palatable enough to be incorporated by mainstream brands. The cool thing though is that stick figure content kind of still lives on today. It's not like in its like same kind of Wild West golden age years that it was in the 2000s.
The views are still there. One of the Minecraft animator versus animation has almost 500 million.
No, that's freaking insane.
You can look up stick figure fight and find some really impressive animations from the last few years, and they'll have millions of views.
It's borderline gotten to the point where these new stick figure fight videos are like high budget anime. So yeah, the other day we actually played a bunch of these games.
We had a blast.
We had an absolute blast, and we ended up recording it. We'll probably go into that now, probably.
Enjoy.
A beautiful night of culture.
Cheers, a night of Cabernet Sauvignon and Newgrounds
stick figure games.
Do we want to start with Fancy Pants?
Dude, I think there's no better way to start.
Oh my god, this already brings back memories.
Yeah.
And the running momentum straight out of Super
my
Mario
God.
Brothers 3.
Yeah.
It feels so good to move. And you literally jump on their heads. It's Mario.
There's so much personality and charm to his animation. Dude, he doesn't even speak or anything, but I feel like I know his kind of his attitude, his personality.
Dude. Yeah, I literally wrote Fancy Pants fan fiction. Like, it was a crazy story. Like, he would get different pants, and you're wondering if Fancy Pants talks? He did in my story.
Let me get in here. What is this box?
Go right.
do?
Oh, we just went in there.
Oh, shit.
You weren't paying attention at all, but that's okay. Yeah, I know.
So,
ooh! Who is this guy? There's just a dude standing there shooting at you.
Yeah, I know. Is he a big fat rat?
He's a big rat with a Glock. Who's this guy?
Oh my god.
Is he the final boss?
Yeah. You gotta jump at the last second. Boom.
Nice. You beat World 1. To be continued. Let's try Clear Vision 2. These are fun. That 8-year-old urge to just be
I know, right?
a sniper. He's masturbating.
Crazy ex-wife. Hi, my name is Peter, and could you kill my ex-wife? I know it sounds weird, but let me explain. She's crazy. She's stalking me and calling me in the middle of the night. It has to stop, man. I'm desperate. Reward 50 grand.
50 grand? I'll do it.
Dude.
Dude, I'll kill your ex-wife.
Are you kidding me?
Popper. I don't even
Is
care
that a
if it's her.
woman?
Yeah, she's the one. She's being unruly.
Oh, alright.
Well, bye-bye.
There's too much text.
The storyline. Go to the action.
You wanna take this one?
Sure. I'll take this job. I'll come out of retirement. Who am I killing?
You're killing the guy with the physique of a stickman. Oh my god. Alright, yada yada yada, storyline.
I don't want no storyline.
Alright, I think that wraps up Sniper Game.
Yeah, that's fair. Stick RPG.
Alright guys, just
Stick.
time. Look, we're not gonna be able to do this game justice in the time that we have allotted right now. This game has deep gameplay.
You could write a wiki on this bitch.
We're gonna go short. We're gonna be Horticulture Henry. Okay, can't write that. Alright.
You tried to cut. They wouldn't let you cut.
I tried. And the Horticulture Henry, he's not the smartest guy, but boy, can he lay on the job.
Yo, it's max charm, bro.
We're full specking into charm. Guys, we're actually doing a charm run. Alright, so I'm going to approach this baby blue fella. Hey man, do you have any smokes? Oh yeah, come on. He's obviously of age.
A nice guy. You don't have cigarettes.
I don't have smokes to give. What can we do with our charm? I really want to leverage our build here. Can you spare me some change?
Definitely not. Well, you just increased your charm, so I apologize.
Huge gain. Okay, let's see here.
Don't
Plus 2 charm on drinking beer.
Sure.
Okay, I don't have time to drink beer.
Yeah.
Let's
You have no time to do anything.
I have 0 strength. I don't think I'll fare.
No, you're not gonna
fare
do
well
well
in a fight, guys. I think I soft locked our stick RPG save. Gosh dang, this might be a short playthrough, fellas. All right, let's see if we could just do one charm-oriented thing before we log off here. New lines incorporated. Maybe we can get a job. Apply for a job.
Oh, if only it was 20 charm, huh? You'd be thriving right
Dude, I don't know if my charm's gonna pay off. At least you can get smokes for a guy. Maybe
Yeah.
Go somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, you can get a skateboard. How do you get the skateboard?
He gives you the skateboard if you give him the smoke.
Okay.
Take this, and then you hold shift, I believe. If it's actually shift. Oh my god. Can you imagine the neural pathway, the cobwebs that were dusted off for me to remember that shift is for the skateboard?
That's maybe charm in the casino. Let's see here. What are we gonna do besides lay it all?
This just turned into a kick stream. That's a good hand, right? That's 14.
That's 14. You definitely hit on a 14.
You hit on a. You literally maxed Riz.
All right,
you
we're
have
at
to
a
hit.
17. I mean, you typically don't. Guys, don't do this in real life, but we're gonna.
That's what I'm saying. It's because you maxed your Riz.
The charm build's paying off.
This is
holy shit. I forgot about this. I forgot about this.
Stand.
All right, guys. Let's just take this as a lesson. Don't do the charm build, guys. It's not going to pay off in the long haul.
That's really f***ed up.
But do play stick RPG. I recommend probably strength build, maybe an intellect for a job. All right, we're out of here. Oh man, brings back memories.
I'm home.
I know.
I'm home.
And I love it. You get to earn money. It's kind of fun. You get to like unlock new weapons, new ways to beat them up.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now we just have an open hand. We basically just slap the ever-loving shit out of this.
Slap them around.
Oh, that's grenades.
Oh, my favorite part about this game is that you can turn him into characters that were disliked for that era. Okay, let's work up to get a George Bush skin or like a Teletubby skin.
But yeah, let's just build Cash with maybe a medieval flail.
You're about to get medieval on his ass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we just need $60, guys, and then we could do this to George Bush. It's gonna be super satisfying. Republican, let's go.
Yeah, George, this is what Iraq was like, George. Can I see if there's a weapon?
Look.
This changes everything. We have now the power to drop 40 grenades. Think about the money we're gonna get. Oh, George, I heard you like oil. Do you like oil? When I light it on fire?
Infants, at least try infants.
Oh, sure.
Everyone knows babies are an object.
And I'm assuming you can spam 40 babies. George, no. Water, get some water.
We've been making him sad. Can you make money by making him happy?
I think you can. I forgot you could be nice. That says something about human nature. I immediately went to maiming and torture. That either says something about human nature or it says something about our nature.
Oh my god, that takes me back, man.
Yeah.
Fuck split screen, fuck internet and video gaming.
Yeah, I'm talking same screen, same keyboard.
How many buddies can we cram around a keyboard, dude? That's how I want to game for the rest of my life.